Okay, so this is day 17 and 18. So I'm afraid that I spoke too soon. A little bit tired today. Yesterday, my energy didn't last as long as I had hoped either. But with that said, I feel so much better than last week. My doctor called yesterday and asked me how I was doing. So I told him I'm feeling so much better than when he saw me last week. So he's going to go ahead and call the insurance and try to get the insurance to approve the medication that he got me on. So hopefully that will get approved. So that way when I see him next month, I'll be able to get the new batch of medication. We'll see. But yeah, so yesterday my occupational therapy got canceled, but I had my IV appointment in the afternoon, so I went. But by the time I got home, I was tired. So then I had my webinar, and then I got to catch up with a friend of mine over the phone, and that was it. I was so tired. And then today, I had my therapy in the morning, and that was it. Was that it? Oh, and then I had my Buddhist meeting at night where my daughter actually shared her experience. It was really emotional for me. I cried listening to her experience. I had no idea what she was going to share today. She went really deep, sharing about her internal struggles. And how much she's been struggling, and she kind of opened up about it. And it was this year, after my brother committed a suicide, that she opened up to me about, what she has been struggling with over the past 5 years after I became sick. So this has been quite a year for all of us. And it was really emotional for me to hear her share, her journey this year, and how, she decided that she doesn't have to deal with this or struggle by herself, And I was so proud of her for sharing, having the courage to share her such a personal story. And a lot of people cried and were encouraged by her story, So my son was there as well, and a friend of mine also joined the meeting, so I was so grateful that he was there as well. Earlier this week, I received the news that a friend of mine passed this Monday. I actually had lost touch with him a while ago. We met back in 2011, and meeting him literally changed my life. I remember until that year, I wasn't ready to date, really. Like, I wasn't ready for a relationship. I got divorced in 2005, and up until 2011, I worked on self-love. I worked on forgiving my ex-husband. What happened in my childhood, I worked on letting go, forgiving my dad, my ex-husband, all the things that happened, in the past that I was resentful for. But then there was still that part of my heart that I felt like was still broken, or still wasn't complete. And I didn't know what it was until I met him. And I learned that it was because I hadn't forgiven myself. And that was like a huge aha moment for me, And that was the year that I finally felt, I was ready to be in a relationship. And even though like he and I lost touch, I've always been grateful for that time in my life, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be the woman that I am today, And it was sad to receive that news, because I know he just got married last year. And I got to know a little bit about his wife. I actually met her during, when was it? When I had COVID, actually, through a women's group. And I felt immediate connection with her. I needed some help with some HR issues because I was on disability with, COVID back then. And she was there to help me out. Like she's such a beautiful human being, inside and outside. And I just appreciated her so much. And I've been grateful ever since, And I didn't know her connection with him then. And then a couple months later, I found out that she had been with him before. And then he came back into her life to propose to her. And I was so happy to hear that news. And then I was also sad to receive the news that he was diagnosed with cancer, and that he passed this Monday, because I know their time is limited. But at the same time, I know that he was blessed to be surrounded by love, until the end. I was told that his mom and his sister were there as well. And to have his wife's support. I was really happy to hear that he was surrounded by so much love. I got to watch a YouTube video where he was talking about how he had peace. Like he was at peace, and I could feel that, I could totally relate to having peace. Because when you are struggling with illness, when you face death, you do come to term, with the possibility of dying, and you come to be okay and be at peace with everything, So I could totally understand what he meant by he's at peace. At the same time, he said that he was fighting to live for his wife and his family, and that he was living 10, that was his thing, like 1 to 10, like 10 being that, happiest day, of his life. He was living 10 every day. He decided to live 10 every day. So that's inspiring, isn't it? To live your 10 every day. So it was really nice to see that video. And I'm praying that his family, his loved ones, find comfort in that he is surrounded by so much love. Even now, I can feel it. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. I'm a little bit tired. So I think I'm gonna try to get some rest now, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night.